Okay, good morning. Good morning from the office. I am BKP, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Let me get everything put away here. Come in here in the morning, get ready. Get my Led Zeppelin or something going on the headphones. Have to make sure that I turn the volume off my telephone. Make sure turn the volume off on the computer. Make sure I have this article that says ethics complaint names candidates in sheriff's race. Make sure I got a bottle of water from Ingles this morning, some nice spring water. Make sure I got my Ronald Reagan diary so we can talk about the amnesty plan of 1986. I think I checked everything off the list. Good morning, I'm your host BKP. You're watching FYNTV.com, and we're the only live online morning show in North Georgia. At 8 o'clock this morning, we're going to go through, in just a couple of minutes, we're going to go through the Trump immigration plan. We're going to break that down a little bit. A couple things going on there. We've pulled up some videos that we're going to play for you in the first 30 minutes. Even one that some may consider teetering on conspiracy theory, but there's a reason why we're going to play this video for you this morning concerning possible Hillary's health. I will say this, I'm not the one reporting it. It's just going around. And what I do when the internet comes into play, because we are FetcherNews.com, and when the internet comes into play, and I find an article out there, I try to validate 3 or 4 things or read 3 or 4 similar articles that corroborate. Did I get that line? Corroborate? Can I say that 3 times?
Cooperate.
Did you get that? You said that?
I said it was.
I can't say it, and you got a mouthful of crackers, and you can still pull it off. Good for you, Lonnie. Way to go. Good morning, buddy. Anyhow, but there is a lot of discussion around this lady's health, okay? A lot of discussion that the next president of the United States may have some health issues. There's discussion. A lot of discussion around the possible next president of the United States could be a crook, criminal, thief, all the above. Could be. With the Clinton Foundation and the State Department, possible. But the only thing you hear is Donald Trump wants to be humane. How dare him? How dare Trump make humane comments? How dare him not act like a savage that is wanting to imprison people like Iranians, find Hispanics all over the country and just imprison them. How dare Donald Trump not validate the internment camps? Remember that? Is that what they're called, Lonnie? Mm-hmm. Okay, you got a full day of helping me out, so get prepared. Because I could get on a roll, and you know what happens. Yeah, remember that in the primary, all the headlines, Donald Trump's internment camps, he's going to do this. These are scary discussions that Trump is bringing up. How dare him act halfway humane, have feelings? How dare him care about people? It's just, what a thought. Anyhow, we're going to get to that in a minute because we're going to break that down. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. Let me give you a little bit. FYNTV.com. You send that to your friends. That's all they got to do is click on that. From 8 to 8:30 this morning, we're going to talk about some national issues going on. At 8:30, we're going to do a full story on the ethics complaint names candidates in sheriff's race. That'd be Johnny Searcy, Larry Bennett, and Jack Taylor. There's an article in the paper this morning by Mr. Dub Joyner up there at the News Observer. We're going to read that entire article together and break that down and discuss that at 8:30. So you're going to want to tell your friends. Let's see, Fannin Cartel. Hashtag Fannin Cartel. That just came to mind. Fannin Cartel. I don't know why. So that's at 8:30. You're not going to want to miss that because we're going to break this story down. At 9 o'clock, George McClellan's going to be in here, and we're going to talk state and national news and opinion from 9 to 10. He's going to help me out with that. And then at 10 o'clock, America's behavioral expert, Scott Farrell Show. Farrell Show. Did I get that right, Lonnie? Mm-hmm. Finally, right? Scott Farrell Show, the behavioral expert, America's behavioral expert from 10 to 12. I'm your host, BKP. 3 out-of-the-box sports shows this week. Out of the box. I'm telling you. We were down at Schottenkirk Ford Monday night with head coach Chris Parker. It was great in the players. and Coach Norton down there. We were down there Monday night, Pickens Power half hour. Great show, 7 to 7:30 on FYNTV.com. We traveled up to Gilmer on Tuesday night at Circuit World over here in East LJ, and it was awesome. We got to meet Coach Galt. He's new to the area. Head coach of the Gilmer Bobcats, Jason Galt. We got to also meet Coach Flowers. That was Tuesday night. Griffin Cagle, David Smith, some of the players. Great night there Tuesday night. And last night we traveled up for a Rebel wrap-up with Coach Jim Pavo, head coach of the Fannin Rebels. And Hunter, let's see if I can remember my memory. I got to check my memory. We had Hunter Gray on there last night, Brad Davis, Cooper Earls, and Matthew Poteet. That reminds me, Fannin and Gilmer rematch JV today. Today is the Fannin Gilmer JV rematch, so we'll see what happens there. But anyhow, that was last night at 7 o'clock. We will play that at noon today, so stay tuned at noon for Rebel Wrap-Up on FYN TV. You stay right here. And then tomorrow on Friday, we play all 3 shows, getting ready for Friday night. I'm going to be traveling up Friday night. I will be on the Union County Panthers sideline with Coach Allison and the Panthers up there in Union County. Daniel Jones will be on the Fannin Rebel sideline for FYN TV, FetcherNews.com, Team FYN Sports. We'll be up there Friday night, high school football. Pickens is off this week, and Gilmer travels. No, he won't be there because Fannin's off. Luke Davenport will be up there. Gilmer's taking on Union. I almost blew that out of the water. So anyway, we'll talk about that later. FYNTV.com. Great week. Couple things, if you find us on Facebook, you go to the top right-hand corner, you'll find the symbol for Facebook, you'll find the symbol for Twitter, and you'll find the symbol for YouTube. Many times you say, I can't find the show or segments of the show. Go to FetcherNews.com up in the right-hand corner, click on YouTube, straight to our channel, hit our videos, and there you go. All of our segments are posted there, or you can find them on FetcherNews.com, also the website. Also, if you want to follow us on Facebook, or Twitter, you hit us up there. Some of the things I want you to go follow this morning. Lisa does a dog of the day. If you'll find the dog of the day, this dog is covered completely in mud. If it makes any difference, I found the ball. Oh, I love the picture. You got to stop in. It's a real encouraging, something to make you smile every morning at FetcherNews.com Facebook page. There's always a dog of the day there. This little guy is covered completely in mud from head to toe, and there's a ball there, and he found the ball. So that's something. Just a couple quick stories I want to bring your way that you can find on FetcherNews.com. Rocky Times for the Road and Rec Department in Fannin County. You can find that on FetcherNews.com. You can find all the stories about Project Chimp. There's 3 or 4 stories Laura Love has done on Project Chimp up there. A whole entire series about the up to 200 chimpanzees coming to Fannin County. That's on FetcherNews.com. The commissioners voted to approve that the other night. So there's so many great stories there. Cherokee County Humane Society to rescue Gilmer cats. All kinds of great things there. Now go over to Dawson, Lumpkin, and White County on FetcherNews.com and click around for Bill Johnson's great stories he has going on in those 3 counties there. So there's so much stuff that you can go on our website. If you have content, if you're out there and you're in any of the counties we service and you have content, community things that are going on, or you're a writer, you want to report for FetcherNews.com, you want to contribute in some way, Board of Education, Board of Commissioners, City Council, whatever it may be, get in touch with me at chief@FetcherNews.com or 706-889-9700 today if you want to join Team FYN Sports. I'm telling you what, this is the fastest growing news network. You know, I have been saying that this is the fastest growing online news network in Georgia. This could be right on the edge of the fastest growing news network in the entire state. No, we're not the big guys, but as far as our rate of growth, you want to get on board with us here at FetcherNews.com. Fastest growing in North Georgia. Now, let's get to a couple things, okay? Now, last night, Nigel. Now, I thought it was interesting because I've been to Mississippi, okay? And I think this is great. I mean, I find so much in this. I enjoy this. The optics, the looking at the crowd. Now, Mississippi is packed. They are packed. This place is packed, okay? And who are they cheering for? I'm telling you, there's going to be a revolution at the ballot box. People are not picking, forget the polls. Forget the polls. For a day at least, there's going to be a revolution. These people in Mississippi, in the South, okay, right? They are cheering for Nigel and Donald. Nigel Farage, right? Is that his name? Or Farage, right? I think his name, I have Lonnie. And Donald Trump. Now, who is Nigel? Nigel led the way for the Brexit, right? All the polls were in the stay in the EU. The polls were, they were going to die. They were going to be, there was going to be starvation. It was going to be, Cameron was telling everybody it was going to be World War III. The economy would collapse. Great Britain it would be the end if they voted to get out of the EU. It was devastating. Nigel's not a globalist. And the arrogant Barack Obama went over there.
Farah.
I don't think so. I'm hearing it pronounced.
That's what
I'm hearing it pronouncing it.
That's what I'm getting on Wiki.
What?
The pronunciation is, it goes Farah.
Nigel Farage?
Yeah.
We'll go with that. We'll go with that for the sake of the story. All right? But Nigel, he is leading the way on Brexit. And he is telling the people of Great Britain, hey, we will not collapse. We need to get out of the EU. We need to stop globalism. All the polls, the polling companies, okay, the globalists, the media, they ran against everybody and Brexit won. There's a revolution. So in Mississippi, keep in mind, in Mississippi, they are cheering for a guy from Great Britain and cheering for a New Yorker. I'm serious. I'm blown away. This is in Mississippi in August, okay? To hear the Clinton campaign. Now, the Clinton campaign has nothing else. They can't save themselves. The best Hillary could do is go on CNN. They cannot. They're in a mess. They are in a disaster zone. The DNC is messed up. It is messed up. We don't know who's running the DNC. It's shattered. Deborah Wasserman Schultz, out. Assange, we'll get to that. WikiLeaks says there's going to be an October surprise like you have never seen before. Hey, I can't doubt him. Look at what the surprises are now. The State Department, the Clinton Foundation, handcuffs coming any day. Donald Trump ready to announce. Donald Trump is ready to announce a special prosecutor. So let me play this real quick. Get Julian up there and let me hear it from last night. Get him up there. This is from Mississippi last night at a Donald Trump rally.
In fact, I wouldn't vote for Hillary Clinton if she paid me. Folks, the message is clear. The parallels are there. There are millions of ordinary Americans who've been let down, who've had a bad time, who feel the political class in Washington are detached from them, who feel so many of their representatives are politically correct parts of that liberal media elite. They feel people aren't standing up for them, and they've actually in many cases...
Okay, and we're back. Hey, this is a guy, folks, Garage. I got an announcement. It's Farage, like garage, Lonnie.
Okay.
I got a message.
Well,
I got a message.
I can only go...
Yeah, but I count on you, Lonnie. I count on you. I count on you for 4 syllables in a row.
Yeah.
And here you let me down.
I looked it up.
I have a message.
Your text message
from a trusted source.
No, he or she is wrong because I found
I
found it on the internet, and if it's on the internet, it has to be true.
We're gonna go with that. Lonnie won that round. All right. Farage, I think my trusted source. We'll go with that. Anyhow, it doesn't make or break the story. Farage, this is a guy Folks, this is a guy that understands crooked polls, crooked politicians, globalists, and being against all odds and having the whole world against you. Yes, the whole world. Okay, he's standing up there, he's telling you, don't fall for that. I wouldn't vote for Hillary Clinton if she paid me. And actually, she's out there paying a lot of people to vote for her. Okay, they're in a mess. The Clintons don't know what to do. The only thing she can do is go on CNN, the Clinton News Network. And the only thing their campaign could do is say that if you don't vote for Hillary Clinton, AIDS will come back all over the world. They will be, people won't have medication. The Clinton Foundation, we have no idea how we existed before the foundation because of all the great things the foundation has done. That's what they want you to believe this morning. Now, Donald Trump has not softened his immigration plan. Let me repeat, Donald Trump has not. You're going to hear the media all day long. He has not softened his immigration plan. He is the same Donald Trump that came down the escalator. He is the same Donald Trump that what he said that day, he came down the escalator and announced his candidacy. He is the same Donald Trump that believes that there are illegals coming into this country because we have facts that are raping, bringing drugs, murdering, okay? He is the same Donald Trump that is going to clear that up immediately. He is the same Donald Trump that's going to untie our Border Patrol's hands. He is the same Donald Trump that's going to untie our law enforcement's hands. And he is going to get the bad guys out, really bad guys. There was a lady on the stage. Now look, you got a chance. You can trust. Donald Trump's telling you, take a chance. What the hell do you have to lose? Look at the mess we're in. Donald Trump is telling you. I've told you yesterday, Hillary don't give a damn, folks. She don't give a damn, okay? Period. All right? Now, Donald Trump's immigration plan will continue. Night before last, he was on the stage in Austin, okay, with mothers that their children were killed by illegals, murdered, okay? Is it Kate Steinle? Her last words to her dad after being killed by an illegal that had been deported and was jailed 3 times was, "Help me," looking at her dad, okay? Jamal's son, was his son? Is it Jamal, his son? Anyhow, the gentleman out in LA, right? His son, high school football player, get ready to go off to college. Yelling, "I'm coming, old man." You know, at night, the old man standing out on the stoop. "You better get in the house." He's yelling, "I'm coming, old man." Something like that. Pop, pop. Illegal. Got out that day. And he had to prove to his gang he did not turn in prison and go straight. Straight meaning a whole different word in this story here. He did not have to, he had to prove to his gang that he didn't go straight. So how you prove to the gang when you get out of prison that you didn't go straight is you go find somebody and kill them, whoever they direct you to do, and that proves to the gang that you're back in and you're ready to go and commit the murders, the drugs, the rapes, whatever they need you to do. It's bad guys, okay? Donald Trump has always been a compassionate human being. Now, I know you don't like this and you can't stand, some of you out there, you are so bent on the roundup. And I can't help you with that. And I know you don't like compassionate conservative. I know that just cringes some of you to hear compassionate conservative. But let me tell you something. They asked Donald Trump they looked the other day and said, how does he stay connected? He does go to the job sites. He goes to the job sites, okay? Now, I went to the job sites. I personally worked with Jose. I personally worked with Ancho. I personally worked with Crispin. I personally worked with Raul. I worked with all these guys, Javier. I worked with them. Jury works with them every day. If you're building an addition onto the house somewhere in America, and you're building the garage, if you look out there this morning, there may be a white. We're going to say that, okay? We're just going to say it. You know, for argument's sake, we're going to use white. There may be a white guy roll up that says, you know, this, and this. But don't get shocked. You're probably getting your addition built by a carload or a truckload or a van load of Hispanics. Now, there's a lot of good white. I'm not knocking. Look, see this? White. So there's a lot of good, you know, very good white construction, talented carpenters. They're great carpenters out there. I got a lot of good friends, Fannin County, all over, good carpenters, good drywallers, good masons. I used to work with a whole truck. They would bring in 3 truckloads of Portuguese. Oh, what? I can't say that? It's true. We worked on a big site. I love the guys, man. Scaffold flying up, stone flying. They were stone masons on the side of this building. I didn't understand a word they said all day. It was like I would go on this construction site, and I would come out, and it was like they were, you know, in the Bible where they all were speaking different languages. You walk to the roach coach. Oh, what? You don't know what a roach coach is? The lunch truck. Hey. Beep, 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 roach coach. Everybody hanging out at the roach coach. Coffee, buttered roll, right? Yeah, Donald Trump knows that. We used to go out, ask Jerry, boom, 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 you drop your tools, you head out to the roach coach. Everybody got a coffee, buttered roll. You got the Portuguese, you got the Hispanics, you got the black guys, you name them, rolling on. You stand there talking to the Portuguese masons. Oh, what? What's wrong with that? Lived it, folks, lived it. See, Donald Trump's lived that. And he knows this morning on job sites, there are good guys, good men and women all over this country that have got their hands on a wheelbarrow. Folks, they still sell damn wheelbarrows at Lowe's and Home Depot and the hardware store near you. It's this thing with 2 handles. It's got a wheel on the front and a bucket, and they put cement in it, and somebody has to wheel it down the plank and dump it. He knows that. I know we have forgotten all about that, you know, a cinder block, grabbing a cinder block. We forgot that in this country in a lot of ways. Because we got iPhones and we got iPads and we got laptops, okay? And we got somebody that cuts the grass. But see, Donald Trump knows there's some good men and women in this country. Let's tell the truth. If you can't handle the truth, I can't help it. But Donald Trump knows there's some good men and women in this country that are pushing that wheelbarrow this morning with concrete. And they happen to be Hispanics. And they are cutting that grass today. And they just want to go home. And they just want to go to the grocery store. And they just want to feed their children. And they would like to participate. He knows that. Now, I'm not calling for amnesty on this show. I'm not saying that. But let me tell you what he will do, and you can trust him to do this. He will clear the prisons out. You see, we've got the prisons. And we've got the men and women, the Latinos in this country that are actually working in the factory and actually working somewhere this morning, working hard in this country. That go home and they pray with their children and they take their children to church and they work hard. And Donald Trump knows that. And he's not going to grab them off a construction site. And he's not going to grab them out of the grocery store, because go to your grocery store and you got a Hispanic mother pushing the grocery cart with 3 little kids. He's not going to do that, folks. And that doesn't make him change or flip-flop. He has always been a compassionate human from day one. But let me tell you what he's going to do. He's going to go to the federal penitentiaries. He's going to allow the states to clean out the state penitentiaries. He's going to clean out these penitentiaries with all these tattooed. If you've got all these gang MN6 or whatever the hell they are, gang tattoos on your face, and you got all these, if you can't see your face because you got all these tattoos with these gang symbols, and you are illegal, and you came here illegal, and you've been arrested for drugs, illegal guns, you're going out. He'll clear the bad guys out of the city heartbeat. He's going to clean up the people that are bad guys. He's going to clean them up. And if you come in, you know, like surrender, hands up, white flag, if you come in and you say, look, I came here, I'm working every day. If you need to send me home and process me, whatever, if you need to do whatever, but I would like to raise my family in this country. They're not going to say, oh, 40 lashes. That's what they want Donald Trump to do, is give people 40 lashes. They want him to cane people. How dare him sound like a human being? How dare him sound compassionate? Unlike Hillary? Hillary don't give a damn, folks. Now, let me tell you something. I got to move on because I got a couple other things. We're getting close to 8:30 and I got to do my story. But I want to tell you something real clear. You Google it. I hate to say Google it, but I'm going to say it anyway. Okay? Google it. Donald Trump in September is going to the inner cities. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, he's not afraid. He's going down there and he's going to talk. He's going to talk in the inner cities. Oh, yeah. He's going to go in Detroit. He's going to go into Philly. Yes. He's going to go in the inner cities. Get ready. Get ready. It's coming in September. He is setting this up. He is telling the truth. He is flat telling the truth. And you can't handle the truth out there, Democrats. You can't handle the truth, media. You can't handle the truth, Hillary Clinton, because you're a nervous wreck. Because Donald Trump is surging in the polls. In September, he will lap you. He's been laying back. Let's go NASCAR. We're uneducated white rednecks, so we'll have to go NASCAR so we understand it. Okay? Fresh tires are coming. You understand? Fresh tires are coming. He's been laying back in the pack. That's what we'll talk. We'll talk NASCAR because you think we're a bunch of country, redneck, white, uneducated idiots. And that's Mr. Idiot to you, okay? Anyhow, that's what you think, okay? So we're going to do it like this so you can understand it. We're going to frame it up NASCAR style. We're going to lay back in the pack. Fresh tires are coming. Now, Lonnie, play my other video. What's my other video of? I already forgot. Oh, yeah, go with the other one. Donald Trump? Yeah. Love it. Turn that up.
Hillary Clinton is a bigot who sees people of color only as votes, not as human beings worthy of a better future. She's going to do nothing for African Americans. She's going to do nothing for the Hispanics. She's only going to take care of herself, her husband, her consultants, her donors. These are the people she cares about. She doesn't care what her policies have done to your communities. She doesn't care. Remember this. You've had her policies, Democrats, running some of the inner cities for 50, 70, 80, even over 100 years. And look what you have right now. Poverty, no education, crime, you can't walk down the street with your child. We're going to fix it. We're going to fix it.
We're going to fix it. We're going to fix it. Hillary Clinton is a bigot. She don't give a damn. She is a bigot. Let me say it 4 times for Donald Trump. She is a bigot. That's who the bigot is. Donald Trump, you just watched. That is going to Detroit. That is going to Chicago. That is going to Philadelphia. That is going everywhere. That road show, get ready, folks, because that right there, he's going to go right into the inner cities, and he is going to preach that to the black community, the Hispanic community, and watch what happens to that vote. They're a nervous wreck over in the Clinton Foundation. They don't have anybody else they can bump off. They don't know who to bump off next. I just said it. I said it. I don't know. Bump off, I mean, maybe fire. Bump off can mean fire. Hey. Secret Service don't have to come running up in here. I can see it now. Fire. Say release. Let go. Maybe they need to change direction, strategy. Maybe they need to pivot. Oh, maybe the DNC, maybe Hillary needs to pivot. Huh? Pivot. Well, here's your pivot, Hillary. Hey, listen, Julian Assange says he has something in October. We have a video that we're going to play for you and we're going to play for you that says something about Hillary's health. We're going to go there. But we're going to do that at 9 o'clock, so you're going to have to stay with me at 9. At 9 o'clock, we are coming back. At 9 o'clock, we're coming back, and we're coming back at 9 o'clock with George and I, with State and National. We're going to talk about Julian Assange, October surprise, more on the Clinton Foundation, and we're going to talk about maybe Hillary's health. I don't know. We're going to put this up. I'm going to come back. I'm going to do my story right after this. Ethics complaint names candidate in sheriff's race. We're going to break that down. But before we go to break, we want to take just a minute. Last night was, we want to take just a minute to remember a great man in our county. That's Gilmer County. Lee Charles' funeral is today, later today. It is truly an incredible loss to the county. So pray for his family and take a moment to remember his life and his service today. So Lee Charles, Deputy Sheriff of the Gilmer County, his funeral today. We're going to miss him over there. We're just going to miss him. We're going to miss him over there with his smile, his kindness, and his pleasant personality over there at the entrance of the Gilmer County Courthouse. Again, let's remember Lee Charles. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back. Ethics complaint. Wonder what that's about. I'm your host, BKP.